So gold just did something crazy, and it's back above that zone where I told you that it's gonna buy. And in this video, I'm gonna break down what it did and where I re-entered. So let's go. Alright, so gold did this crazy drop and tricked a lot of people. So this drop right here, gold drop 200 points like in market open. Yeah, like 150 points in market open. That's Sunday, that is, right? And it tricked a lot of people, and I'm gonna show you how it tricked a lot of people. But before that, remember last video I told you that hey, above this zone here, gold is going to buy. So above this little zone, gold is going to buy. So now look at that zone, it's now above it, and I'm currently in gold buys. Let me show you right here. So yeah, I entered here this morning around 10:30 a.m. My alarm was right here, and the alarm pinged off. It actually woke me up, and I just entered, set stop loss, and just went back. So it's currently right there right now, and gold is currently bullish, and I think this is what it's been waiting for all along, to make a push. So it did this last week, Sunday that is, right? And let me show you. So gold dropped, like, let me just go on the clean chart. Yeah, this is way better. I was focusing on this area last week, right? So gold dropped below this level here. Gold dropped below this level, and I'm gonna show you. Don't let the market trick you, right? Let me just make sure this is recording. Yes, so it is recording. So don't let the market trick you. So what gold did was drop below this level. One more thing. One more thing. Draw it the way I draw it. So that's the last low. Okay, perfect. So this is the last high. I was working with this high. So I was saying that this is a higher high, higher low, and then back above this point. I need price to go bullish above this point, which it did this morning. That's where I enter, right? But before that, I actually entered early last week, but I was explaining that above this point I'm gonna add an X contract, which it didn't, which is fine, right? But it did this. Market open and drop like this, and it tricked a lot of people, and this actually collected a lot of money from sellers, because below this level people are gonna automatically say, oh, gold is dropping, the market is dropping, everybody's gonna start to panic, right? And I'm gonna show you like what panic looks like. So market drop, and as you can see, the moment market drop, like 10 minutes after that, market opened 6 p.m. and by 6:15, 6:10, people started to sell once more, right? Notice here, market did this big drop, but here people started to sell here, right? Those are the late traders, those are the FOMO traders there. You don't want to miss out of the gold dropping, right? That's what the media is gonna say. Gold is dropping, everybody sell, 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 and then it's gonna look something like this, right? So people try to sell here. Maybe they made a little profit or whatever, but then the market did this. Stop everybody out. Stop all the late sellers out by this move here, right? All right. So this move going back up, stop them out, right? 'Cause, 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 right? Okay, so market did that, right? And while it was doing that, I was watching. I'm like, okay, my alert is back below this level here. I set an alert like back below this level somewhere here. Yeah, I set an alert somewhere there because I'm like, I'm not gonna sell this. What I want to see is market to do something like this, come down, go back up, and then below this level, once as it's breaking this level, so somewhere below here, I would sell. And why I would do something like that is because, let me just show you. You see how that looks insignificant here? This just looks small here on the 4 hour. That's how small it is, right? Why I would do that is because the market higher high, I would say this is a higher low here. I would say this is a higher low, but then price buyers sitting here try to buy it up, and then sellers are here at this black line, sell down once more, and then price people try to bought here once more again, right? The moment it came here, price sold, and then market open, bam, shut down, right? So I'm like, okay, this is a higher high, higher low, but lower low, and then lower low again, lower high, and then lower high again. So that's showing you that two lower highs is showing you that the sellers are getting stronger because the market is not progressing up, it's progressing downwards. So the sellers are actually stronger here, and then market close here. So this is my last low in this level. So if this was my last low, this would be my last high, right? And to prove that the market is bearish, I'd want to say it create a lower low, that's one thing. But to prove that it is going in a downtrend, you'd want to see back below that lower low. You'd want to see price progressing down, like something like this. Price break a low. So if price is breaking back a low, you know that the market is confirming that it is bearish, right? But it's stuck here. It keeps stuck here, and it failed to went down. Even if it went down once, like something like this, I still wouldn't buy. I would like to see price break that level of buyers below that level. Then I would sell, not buy. Then I would sell below that level, but it didn't. All right. So market did that instead. It just came up, and I was like, all right, okay. So market, this is just to grab money. It's not like the market is selling off or anything. This is just to grab the money. That's what it's doing here. So I went back to my original analysis from last week and put this back right here, because when I saw that happen, I'm like, okay, bam, this is my last high, right? Somewhere here, I put this here, and then this is my last low. So I have a lower high and a lower low, and that price break. So I'm like, okay, back below this level, I'm gonna aim for, because if I have a lower low and a lower high, this is the last low. I'd want a lower low again. Market is going to create a lower low, which is somewhere here. The next level of buyers would be here, or even here, right? So I would aim for like one of those. I would aim for one of those like I did over here. Like I did over here and here, right? But it didn't do that. Instead, the market tricked everyone. And even with the sellers here, it even tricked some of the buyers too. Because this is our support. People know that people buy at support, right? Automatically, as you can see by reading the chart, people try to bought here. People bought here, as you can see. Just put this green now because we're back in buying. People bought here. Wait, you know what? let me just put it here. People bought here first. People bought here. Naturally, stop loss is gonna be below that level. And look at what happened. Stop loss is right there, but then look what happened. Look at that. Look at that black line here. Market stopped you out, then go back up. Bam. So for the buyers who bought here, the market stopped them out, right? Bam. People sold here, right? So the sellers who sold here, let's see, the sellers who sold here, they're gonna naturally have their stop loss above that level. So look at it, just look at this, pay keen attention to this. The sellers who sold here naturally are gonna have their stop loss above that level. Look what happened. They were in a profit for a bit, and then this week happened. Bam, stop them out, right? And then when that happened once more, people sold here again, right? Bam, look what happened. Price wicked you out. So in this little region here, it looks big, but look at this. Look at this on the 4 hour. Just a little blip. Right? So even there, people try to buy here again. People try to buy here. Naturally, stop loss is gonna be below that the last low, below one of those candle. And look what happened here once more. Look at that little wick there, stop them out. And then the market start to progress, right? And let me show you something again. So my alert is here, right? And remember I told you before that I need price to do something like this, come down, go back up, and then back below this level I would sell, which you should do. And the reason why I would do that here is because there's no structure over here. If there was like a little structure here that's showing price progressing up, progressing up, progressing up, I would use one of these lows. I'd use one of these lows below the low. If price break just below that low once, then I would sell, but there's no structure over there. So I don't want to see structure here. But look at this. Why I show you, why I tell you that structure is supposed to be here. Um, so if price come down, right? Naturally people are gonna want to sell. Just like how price just sell off here. People try to late sell. People are gonna want to sell just off this. Just off the market coming down. People are gonna want to sell off that, right? The market, people are gonna want to sell, yes, but the market, that doesn't prove the market is bearish. It doesn't prove the market is bearish. Market could sell here, people sell here a bit, then market come back up. What even prove the market is bearish is when price break below those buyers below here. So these late sellers here are gonna even get stopped out too, because the market is gonna come back up, stop them out, and then back below that level. Once price break that zone here, then it's gonna sell for the downtrend. Right, so that's proving that below that level price is bearish, right? So yeah, that's why I didn't sell there. And yeah, this is current market, and the market is going to close in like 45 minutes. So 5, and this is where I stand here. So what I'm aiming for is this high, this level here, this level here, then this level here, right? But naturally, the sellers who sold the market in the last place was somewhere up here, right? So this is trading the trend. This is actually trading the trend. So this is where the market sold from in the first place, up here. So this actually should look something like this. Bam, bam, bam. And then that maybe lasts for like a week, or maybe two, or even a day, or maybe two. It all depends on what the market is doing, to be honest. It all depends on the market itself. So yeah, so the market is gonna close, and depends on where the market is. When the market reopened, then I would enter for a buy again, because back to my analysis from last week. Let me remove back to my analysis from last week. That's the high. No, this is the low, the last low. Let's just put it here. This is a higher high. So higher high, higher low. This is just sellers going down. So lower high, yes. This selling off here is just manipulation or just grabbing money. So how I would look at it is higher high, higher low, as this is higher than this low here, and then manipulation, equal low, proving that the buyers here are strong, and then no, this is supposed to create a higher high back above that level, right? Because these sellers that are sitting here is no longer there. It's just these sellers here, and if this is a higher high, higher low, it's supposed to create a higher high by theory, right? So that is that. So I'm not gonna even close this trade, to be honest. I'm not gonna close it. You see, market is going down a bit. Don't even look at that, right? Because we're going up, we're progressing upwards. So gold is on an uptrend, right? So soon it will break this area. It's now staggering at this area. All the market needs right now is just a little volume to just push it up. And normally volume will happen like in New York session, London session, Asia session, or even market market open in like 6, just like how it did something like this. If market does something crazy like that in the upwards direction, good. But yeah, that is that. So we're gonna hold this trade. The market is gonna close it because I'm on a prop firm account. So you guys already know, 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock, that is when the market close, this trade is gonna automatically close wherever it is. So then I'll just have to re-enter back after 6. So let's see what happened after that. Okay, so catch you in the next one.